What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. The weather here is absolutely spectacular. It's the middle of November. It's like 50 degrees. So I figured I'd come out here and do some chores, some maintenance on the chicken coop and run, do some cleaning. And I wanted to just bring you along as I do it and share some thoughts as I approach the winter season and some things that we're going to be trying here in the chicken coop and run. But before I get into the good stuff, I just wanted to say thank you because we just passed 2,500 subscribers on the channel. Makes me so happy to connect with other people who are into gardening, into chickens. It's super cool. And also, I just wanted to wish you all the best of luck in your gardening journey. What we're gonna do today is do some poop scooping, obviously, because that's something we do every day. But as winter approaches, we're trying a couple new things this winter. One of the things that I got was this water heater. Got it off Amazon, it's pretty cheap. It was like 20 or 30 bucks. Thankfully, I have a nice outlet on the outside of my chicken coop that I can easily just plug it in there. It's supposed to shut off if it doesn't need to be on. Right now it's not even on because it's not plugged in. On other days when I've just plugged it in, when it's this warm, it doesn't even heat up. But we've also had a couple of days where it got 30 degrees and it did turn on, so that's nice. But I need to do some cleaning in there. As you can see, I also have been thinking about, I did get some free little mats to put in their nesting boxes. So I'm gonna clean out all of these old pads here. You can tell they've been molting a lot. There's a lot of feathers in here. So I just wanna clean it up and get some stuff done. Here in the run, they have been molting, as I said. There's a ton of feathers, bunch of poop, bunch of old vegetables and stuff like pumpkin skins that I just want to clean it up for them. So let's get to work. Okay, I don't plan on talking like this entire video. From time to time though, I might pipe up and share some commentary and some thoughts that I'm having as I'm doing this work. But I built this chicken coop and run over 2 years ago, and I have a separate video explaining the build and some of the ideas behind it. One of the main things that I love about my chicken coop and run is that it's pretty easy to clean, because I wanted to build it in such a way where I didn't have to, break my back just cleaning it. The nesting boxes weren't too dirty, but I know that it's going to start getting really cold, and I'm not going to want to do this when it's 0 degrees out. So now's just the time to do it. A lot of the dust that flies up when I'm cleaning this is diatomaceous earth, because I put it throughout their chicken coop just to help prevent the chickens from getting mites and other bugs infiltrating the chicken coop. I've made other videos where I do a deep clean of the chicken coop, where I rake out all the pine shavings from their chicken coop and put it in compost. Here, I'm not needing to do a deep clean. I'm simply scooping out droppings, and their pine shavings are still clean enough to where I can leave the majority of them in there. I scored some of these grass pads from a friend who weren't going to use them anymore. So I thought I would try these for the first time. I've always used the nest-like pads, and I've always been pretty happy with them. But I'm going to give these a shot and see how they do this winter. As I'm watching this video, doing this commentary, I saw that squirrel pop up on my fence. What a goober. You should name this squirrel right now. Leave a comment below what you would name that squirrel. My chicken coop does have a window. I'll typically leave it open almost all the time, but if it's gonna get super frigid out, I've closed it before just to help them, but most of the time I just leave it open so that they have proper ventilation in their chicken coop. The biggest thing when you winterize your chicken coop is that you want them to stay out of the wind and you want them to stay dry. A lot of people will use sand in their chicken coops, but I purposefully don't use sand, but I like the pine shavings. The main reason is because I throw everything that comes out of my chicken coop into my compost. I don't want to throw a lot of sand in my compost, so this works really well for me. You'll see my pond over there to the left, and this year I'm not covering my pond, and I plan on making a video about my wildlife pond, how I maintain it, how I clean it, what I use it for, and all of those things. So stay tuned for a new video coming about my wildlife pond. So I probably rake out my chicken run once every 2 months. I'm mainly looking for large debris like sticks. This space that I renovated was neglected for many years. There's no telling really what's under the surface. I've found pieces of glass, pieces of trash, and I just like to get in there as the chickens are digging and scratching in the dirt. I want to remove anything that could be hazardous to them. I do have this small scoop that I use often with smaller rakings, but today I just felt like using my snow shovel to get large scoops. And because I have large plants in my run, there's often sticks that accumulate. I have trees around here that drop sticks, so I just like to scoop it out because the chickens aren't going to find any benefit with large debris. When I rake out the chicken run, my goal is not perfection. I just want to remove large debris and give them more access to the dirt. Plus, it just looks a lot cleaner. Oftentimes I'll give my chickens a fun activity to do. I like to throw piles of straw or give them a square bale. They love rummaging through stuff like this. I feel like it also just helps their chicken run to stay cleaner. In the last video that I made, I used to struggle with my chickens pecking one another. Giving them fun activities like this to do greatly reduces their urge to peck at one another by providing them fun entertainment. In addition to that, I'm going to give them a nice, yummy pile of mealworms. I have this fun mushroom feeder that I hang in one of the plants. They love to peck at it. They love mealworms. These are a treat that I throw out for them every other day or so. They're packed with protein, and they love them. Speaking of food, we keep a supply of dried herbs from our garden. During the gardening season, we feed our chickens fresh herbs all the time. We even put herbs in their chicken coop. But we keep a supply of dried herbs on hand because this winter they're still going to need some of the nutrients from the herbs. We'll put it in their food or in their water. So the chickens will definitely keep getting herbs this winter. Now that the chicken run is clean, I'm going to put out some fresh diatomaceous earth into their dust bath areas. They love taking a dust bath in this stuff, and it's really good for them. The chickens noticed what I was doing, so they started making their way back to their chicken run. I definitely got their attention. Chickens are very hardy birds, so they don't really need a heat lamp. I have used a heat lamp primarily when the temperature drops a significant amount in one night. Here the temperatures have been gradually decreasing. They're growing thicker feathers for it. They're built for this kind of thing. Where I live, it gets down to about 0 degrees sometimes, but the chickens do just fine. The biggest things I watch for are dramatic drops in temperatures, and if it is going to do that, I use the heat lamp to make it a little bit easier for them. to acclimate to the weather. Egg production does go down in the winter, especially when they're molting. My chickens have been molting and already grew back a lot of their newer feathers. Keeping chickens comfortable and happy will help their egg production kick back into gear. Last winter I was able to continue my egg production into the winter. It is low right now, but I'm hoping that taking good care of them, as I'm doing in this video, will reward us with some eggs. Getting this work done is one of my last big jobs before the winter weather really sets in here. I plan to let you guys know how the water heater performs during the winter, and we'll see when I need to turn their heat lamp on. Things are looking pretty good. Thanks for watching up to this point and hearing what I have to say and kind of what my experience has been with chickens. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments if you have chickens and what you're doing to prep for winter. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving me in regards to my chickens and my chicken coop. I love hearing from you guys. It would mean a lot to me if you would hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for checking out my flock and my setup, and I'll see you guys in the next video.